wish Asiwaju well. He's a colleague of mine. He's a friend of mine. But let's not kid ourselves. We don't have the energy we had in '99. He has a challenge to legitimize his presidency. Too many aspersions. INEC has not done him right. So even if you're president and you're not seen as a legitimate one, you'll have issues. I mean, you need to have the moral authority to govern. So Asiwaju has to legitimize that. Then there are tough decisions to be taken. Currency, subsidy, national motivation, productivity. How do you put all these things together, right, and make society work? So, but I wish whoever is in charge of the country and of any state, I wish that person well. And I hope they succeed, because their success is our collective success too. So I never wish anybody in authority, whether they got there legitimately or otherwise, I never wish them ill, because if you do, you will suffer the consequences of that. He has to pick the best team. He has to reach out. He has to, if he can't win an election on election day, he has to win the support of the people thereafter. So he has a lot of work to do. And the only thing that will give him that support is to deliver, not just on his promises, but on the expectations of the people. All that, I mean, for someone to start and within 6 months, Peter is a symbol. It's not him. What does he say that we haven't heard of? But he is a symbol that reflects two things: the anger of the people and what could be. He says the right things, you know, and people have keyed in onto it. Now, if Peter were running on the platform of PDP, he won't get that traction, right? So today, and I said this to him, you have an army of young people who see hope in you. What are you going to do with them? You can't. They're not going to join PDP. They're not going to join APC. But they have tasted blood. They want to be involved in the governance, the politics of their country. And they see you as your arrowhead. You've got to reflect. You've got to know what to do with them. You know, you've got to provide them a platform. They're pursuing their ideals, and it's a righteous one. Everyone has a right to employment. Young people have two options. Either they leave, and you see a lot of that happening, or they stay back and fight it out. For them, they have nothing to lose, and that's what you saw. Now, if something is not done urgently, it will go from a passive revolution, which is what we had on Saturday, the 25th, right, to an actionable revolution, which is what we had when we called it NSAS. In fact, NSAS was still passive, but NSAS in Cross River was not passive. They destroyed. You don't want that on a national scale, because you can push people to the brink. It's what's happening.